Are you recording? You can just hit it and it comes up. Alright, bring my notes slide. Good, whatever time of day it is you happen to be listening. This is the PNA Podcast Express. We are coming to you live from the Palm Street Studios here in downtown Deckerville. The illustrious downtown Deckerville. Adam and Phil here with you as always. Joining us in studio is Cookie.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Not too bad.
Cookie
Not too
making
bad.
his debut here at the Palm Street Studios.
Yes, this is my first time up here, folks.
We were gentle, I hope.
It's nice. I like it.
We don't even have to have the swamp cooler today.
No.
It's
No, it's not bad.
much more tolerable.
What does the thermostat say? 70, 71, 72 degrees over there?
73.
73? All right. That's tolerable.
Oh,
Oh,
compared
man.
to what we have
That's awesome.
Compared to what we have had,
Yeah.
it's extremely good. I'm very comfortable in here.
I mean, it was an 8 days straight.
Too hot. Too
What
hot.
the? Come on.
Right? Just trying to kill us. The weather, the sun is trying to murder us.
It's June.
That's a valid
What
point.
the hell is going to happen next month in August?
So it's really not necessarily the weather of being hot during the day. It's the fact that at night it doesn't cool off.
Yeah.
When it doesn't get under 70 degrees at night,
Right.
excuse me, there's no chance for it to be cooler or cool off. Like, really, it's okay to be in the 80s during the day, but it's got to get down to, it's got to touch that under 60, that 50s mark at night
Right.
to be comfortable.
The only thing that's happy is the corn. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit. That thing's got that went up 2 foot in probably a week and a half.
Corn likes heat, and we've been getting
Yep.
plenty of rain.
Oh,
too, so
man. Wow.
won't be-
It's all good. I'll tell you, knee high by the 4th. Everybody's got that.
That shit's knee high already.
Fuck, it's waist high, man.
But I've noticed that I guess we're an agriculture podcast now.
Hey, yeah.
I've noticed that second cutting of hay is already off, and the wheat's going to be ready to go in about a week or two here. So
That wheat is
everything's
coming.
everything's about 2 to 4 weeks ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
So
Wheat
good,
looks real good, too.
good for the farmers.
I got to check something here.
Oh, have you seen the beets? Them
beets,
fuckers
yeah.
are cruising, man.
The rich are getting richer.
Okay. Clean the roads, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Stop driving your shit on the roads. So yeah, Cookie's here in the studio with us tonight, Palm Street Studio. We are live on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it is Sunday. I had a 3-day weekend and it went by too quickly. I took Friday off from work and I feel like I didn't even get a weekend. And now here we sit and I will wake up tomorrow morning and have to go to work.
Yes. That's just
Yeah.
the way that
I'm tired of all this.
life screws us.
I'm tired of all this and I do enjoy my job, but man, like social media is share us out there.
It's
Maybe-
a damn good thing you quit Boeing or you got out of Boeing.
I know.
Everybody's busted over there nowadays.
And Boeing's just in dire straits, man. This latest shit,
Boy.
that CEO got his ass reamed.
Was that because of the trash can?
I think it's because I crapped in the executive conference room trash can.
Yeah, that'll do it every time.
Quick Trip 7, folks.
That was probably the beginning of the end for Boeing when I shit in the trash can.
And on all of their doors.
Oh, he missed.
So yeah, that might have had something to do with it. Now that I think of it, it could very well be. It could be my fault. Did I do that?
Or it could
You definitely had something to do with the door.
Maybe.
So, Cookie, your first time in the studio, what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think it's kick ass. I like it. It's real
getting there.
cool.
It's getting there.
It's nice.
It's already come a long ways in a couple months.
And we've got some more ideas.
It'll be interesting. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what it's like in about another couple months.
Yeah.
It's going to need one of my signs or two.
Yeah, it does. For sure.
That's a good idea. I have the
could have other.
Mad
things
Dog sign.
laying
I have
around.
the Mad Dog sign downstairs. I need to bring that up here and display it somewhere.
That would be
Yeah.
real cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I made an observation today.
All right, go ahead.
We were driving through town. And
Which
we
town?
went-
Sandusky?
Sandusky.
Okay.
And we went by the homeless shelter. Outside the homeless shelter, there was a woman in a black dress on the swing set at the kids' playground that they have next to the homeless shelter where
Which great fucking design.
right next to the low-income housing that also has lots of kids, right next to the school that also has lots of kids. So my assumption is they have one of those little like kiddie swings that you set the kid in and then they're all like in a harness or whatever.
Correct.
And she had some miscellaneous junk in that. So from all of this, the information I was given, I could only assume that she was a prostitute. But so that led me to another conclusion. Either homeless people have a lot more money than we thought, or she's a horrible business person.
That's fucking.
Oh
okay.
man.
I mean, seriously, if you're trying to turn tricks outside the homeless shelter,
That's not a good business model.
no, unless they have a lot of disposable. Maybe that resale shop is doing really, really well, and setting those homeless people up.
Maybe.
She might like the Hollies. Long, cool woman in a black dress.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know.
and maybe like I say, that old homeless shelter just have a lot of disposable income.
Well, if she was hard up for free, I'm sure she'd get plenty of business in there.
I'm sure.
That's the world's oldest profession.
Well,
Yeah. Jack the Ripper, he really liked them.
that is true. Well,
Enough that he wanted to murder them?
did he really? Did he really?
Did he really?
Wasn't his mother a whore or something like that?
Yes. There's a ton of psychology behind it. Yes.
He never got caught.
He didn't.
Mr. Matt Smith says hello, Cookie.
Hey, Matthew, what's up, boss? We'll be seeing you at Tuscaloosa Palooza if I don't see you sooner.
Which is coming up July 20th.
Yes.
We are
big time.
just under a month away. We're at about the 4-week point at this
What?
point.
No way.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's going to be a day and a half.
What are we going to do this year
Um,
besides be fucking awesome?
Let's hope we don't have to try to stay cool.
I can take that swamp cooler. That thing's very portable.
That's true.
It's very portable. And it only uses as much electricity as pretty much a fan.
yeah,
So
those
That's-
things are pretty awesome.
that's going to be with us.
You guys going to be in the same spot as last year?
I'm sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty straight.
Yeah.
I thought about going around. I'm going to go around and go back by the pond and set one of them canopies up like you guys had, or something else, maybe a tent bigger with one of those swamp coolers. And
There you go.
that way I can just walk back and forth. I'll just walk up there and hang out. And
See, I wouldn't
so we can
mind.
go back there and then we can watch from my place if I get up close enough.
I
Well,
would.
you gotta have the ring though of canopies. There's a ring where you can only go so far out. But yeah, if you're in the front row of the rings, it's not bad. It's not a bad view from there.
No,
So you can't bogart it.
no, you can't go
Okay.
up close. They don't want it blocking the view of anybody coming
I
up
got
closer.
you. I
so,
got you. Okay.
so yeah, there's a line that you can't pass with the canopies. And
Okay.
I would want to go out in the infield, so to speak, to do what we do. But there's two issues with that. One, if we're out in front of the speakers, our microphones are going to pick all of that up.
Yeah.
Number two, we have no power out there, so
Right.
that would kind of be a bad show from that standpoint.
I'd like to where you were last year because you can see the bands play.
Well, and it works well. It would be really hard, I think, if we were, because I had thought about that a lot. I'm like, man, it'd be really nice if we were out front. We'd probably get more attention from people that are there. But
No.
but it would be really hard to bring bands out to interview them, which is our primary focus while we're there. And plus, we're right there next to the food trucks.
Correct.
And, Pancho Villa is going to be there this year.
Yeah.
Cannot wait.
Yeah.
So I'm a pretty big fan of his chicken burrito.
So,
Hell yeah.
if
I know Matt
Junior,
Smith's a huge fan too.
Yeah.
Junior, if you're listening, are you gonna be up there and do man on the street like you were last year and you ditched us?
He's probably
Sorry, Junior.
I think that's let me look at my calendar. That's 12th Christmas.
That's all Junior does is ditch us. So
Christmas in July.
That's 12th Christmas.
I swear to God, Junior is like, he's gone out for a pack of cigarettes and a gallon of milk probably 50 times in the last 6 months. Just never come back. We're on our own.
Oh, Matt Smith is saying an eating challenge at Tuscola-Palooza.
Oh wow.
Go on.
Our
What would you like to eat?
canned pork chops.
Canned pork chops.
Beer
I got one
challenge?
right here. The mountains
I'm
are
in.
blue.
Yeah,
I'm in.
that is
So I got to say something here, though. And this was Mr. Matt Smith's idea for the 4th of July hot dog eating contest. One of the prizes for the winner, besides being a champion. And can we do this? Can I say this?
Oh, we can do it. We might have to buy them, but we can.
A pair of tickets to Tuscola-Palooza
Yes.
for the winner of the hot dog eating contest. And if you yourself cannot go, but you win the tickets, please gift them to someone who will go.
Yes.
That is all.
I agree 100%.
Yep.
So, let us know if you'd be interested in winning a couple tickets. You can also
You just got to
buy.
eat the most hot dogs in 10 minutes,
Yeah, not that hard.
Have fun.
You got to outfat a bunch of fatties.
right?
I'm just gonna pay $20 and get my own. But I'm gonna watch you guys mow down on July
Matt-
4th.
Matt says the
I'll do the speed challenge.
quart of ice cream challenge.
Oh.
Man. Hey, that brings up. I got that in my notes.
So wait,
Two-time champ.
thank
But
you.
listen,
Thank
and
Thank
I
you.
congratulate you.
Thank you.
But you won the chocolate milk challenge.
Yes.
And that, in my eyes or my mind, is by far the toughest one. So I congratulate you, boss. You definitely kicked some fucking ass there.
Thank you for that.
I can attest. I drank all of mine, but not as fast as Phil. Have you ever been that tired like 20 minutes after?
No, and the thing was I just started pounding beers and I couldn't get drunk because that shit coated my stomach. And it's like I probably drank 10 beers and didn't even have a buzz. I'm like,
also-
eh.
It also coated a wall at the STD.
It did coat a
Yeah,
wall at
yeah.
the STD.
Thanks, Mike Concho.
He
Which,
spit.
RIP STD, I guess. It's never open anymore. So
Yeah. Well, maybe
closed tonight. I wanted to go have a cocktail somewhere. I
maybe
don't-
it's time to get together.
There you go.
More than
Phil-
likely.
Phil seems to bring him in.
The lava lamp's about to start lava lamping over there, and I guess
Oh, that's good.
Uh-oh.
we might have to start.
Oh,
So there's a few additions over there too.
Lava lamp. We might have to
You
start.
I see that you got the Mrs. Dash over there. I moved in a couple new things. The things from AWP from the congratulating us for the 200th. Remember, she put together that basket.
I have a few things as well. Yeah.
I've got the Steve Gutenberg, the Bette Midler, and the congratulations Phil on 200 episodes. I put that in a glass over there.
Beautiful.
When Junior ever does decide to grace us with his presence, I've got the chili cheese Frito Slim Jim meat sticks up there we need to try.
Oh,
But those are going to stay in that glass until Junior actually
You don't
shows
need
his
listeners like
ass
that.
up here. Yeah, we don't need listeners like that.
I wondered if they were real.
They are real and they're ready, but they're going to stay right there until Junior shows up in studio.
I agree.
So, yeah.
That's the roto tiller guy.
So the other day he mailed his thing into
I-
Eddie.
Yes,
on
I
Swap
heard
Shop.
that.
He mailed it via. Wait, Eddie can't say snail mail anymore because he gets his
Yeah,
ass
he got
chewed
his
out.
ass wiped on it, yeah.
Eddie is still not talking to me, and
That's 3 months.
so
March
I looked
30th.
last time. So this year, Eddie's extended it longer because last time he wasn't talking to me was because of Rock Radio 360 2 years ago. He went from April 1st of not talking to me until June 21st.
Okay.
Till June 21st. So he broke his silence on June 21st. I looked back in my records. We're past that now, so I must have cheesed him off more this time than last
Well,
time.
but it was after April 1st. So if it's the same time frame, you probably got until
So maybe
well-
sometime this week.
football season.
Yeah.
No, because it was, well, when were we at the Airbnb?
That would have been at the end of the month. I thought it was March. The end of March, so April 1st, like you said.
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
March, so April.
It's about the same time frame. Apparently I pissed
And
Eddie.
then June.
And last year in April, I pissed him off too. So apparently every year in April, I just piss Eddie off.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking hilarious.
He
you might-
probably has an ex named April.
You might
Right.
You might be on some kind of moon cycle. You know, that
You never know.
that's very likely. That's what I think. But
He's better on the swap, though. He's a lot nicer.
well, he'd probably gotten a little bit of heat from it.
I would imagine he had to calm her down.
So it was April 12th when it all went down.
Oh.
April 12th was when Eddie pitched a fit about me having others do my bidding.
Yeah.
Oh
you're
yeah, because it was
bidding.
a couple weeks after.
Yeah.
So we still got so in about 2 weeks, Eddie will hit me up, says he misses me or whatever.
Or just before
Football season.
football season starts, when he needs you.
Have you talked to J Mac?
Yeah, I
He
still
supposedly hired him.
yeah, I know. Eddie talks about that all the time. How he's an employee of
Can
KGDM
you
Farms
imagine
now.
that big piece of equipment and implement behind with Eddie at the wheel? J Mac, you'd be paying for electrical poles.
You better
You fucker be in the ditch.
you
Mrs.
better
Bree,
hope it's autonomous.
Mrs. Bree doesn't even let him drive the zero
I
turn.
know.
I love you, Eddie.
Unless
I got-
you're a
Eddie, I-
cattle farmer, he can shovel shit.
Right. I got no animosity toward you at all, Eddie.
Sorry, Eddie.
I do miss you, buddy. But this whole shtick's getting old. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
It's the
I've talked to
repetitiveness
him
of it.
twice and told him to call you.
We're
I
just
said,
we're just
"That's
out here.
bullshit."
We're just out here doing what we're doing. Sorry for trying to make a show interesting. I mean, it's what you should do. But
At
yeah,
least we're not ripping on letter carriers.
When we had
Right.
your back and just trying to tell him to quit fucking with you.
and I get it. We don't have to kowtow to sponsors because we don't have any other than our AA sponsors. But
He's the one that swore.
right.
bring my level up just a hair. There, I think
Yeah, you
that's
were
better.
down a tick.
Yeah, I could tell. I could tell.
You were down a tick. So sorry for everybody who's listened to the prior 18 minutes and 27 seconds. Adam was down a tick.
Well, I was adjusting my own volume to make up for it because as a top-notch audio engineer, I could tell.
Did
That's
you get
true.
the tick when you were cutting grass?
Did I get a tick?
Well, you said you were down a tick.
No, I said he was down a tick on the
Yeah,
board
I
here.
just wondered if you got it when you were cutting grass.
No, it evens out because I'm up a stroke.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you were golfing.
No,
No, nobody will golf with me.
no.
It's the Roto Taylor guy.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah,
Oh.
the lava lamp is. Look at that chemtrail on the lava lamp over there. That's interesting.
Oh,
I
wow.
can't see it from here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We should put a camera on the lava lamp.
Probably.
Actually, you had a bright idea. We should put a camera on the driveway out there.
Yeah.
Wow. That looks like max load.
Right. Sploosh.
Well, I really think I want to upgrade our cameras to the. You've got a whole bunch of the GoPros,
Mhm.
and I'd really think we ought to upgrade our camera scenario. We've got that ATEM that we can use
Right.
and set it up to really up our game. But we're we're still in flux here. We're still maybe going to switch some stuff around.
Dude, this is already iteration number 3 of the setup for the studio here. Out
Yeah.
of what I foresee by the end of all this with Palm Street Studio, we're going to be on iteration 197.
Well, we've already talked about some demolition.
I might be taking that wall out near you.
Yeah. I don't think it's load bearing.
It is not.
No, it is not. You'd know better than I would. as an
No, because these
engineer.
are all trusses.
Yeah, it is not load bearing.
Load
And
bearings right behind you and right here.
that's simply
These are your bearing
it's
walls.
simply a closet, and we could get rid of pretty much that whole thing all the way to that wall to match. No, not quite to the wall because there is the stairwell there. So we could go that way another, I believe, 5 to 6 feet.
Yeah.
So it'll pretty much match about what's over there.
I think it's beautiful. I think it's perfect.
It's not
You
bad.
don't want no one back there.
Right.
You
So
know,
this room-
you get the clowns
this-
over here where
this
I
room-
am.
This room just sat here flaccid and unused for the 7 years I've lived here before this. It was full of my uncle's shit.
Quit
And,
making fun of me.
right. They make pills.
Yeah, I know.
So
they make
I
pills
don't
for
want
that.
my heart to get going that fast. They heard they break your heart up.
we've thought about flipping the script here though, and us going on that side
and
and
so
building a bar over here.
So I'm gonna actually do
guests.
this probably in the next week or two. We're gonna put our shit over there, but we're gonna get different desks because the tiny desk isn't working for me.
I mean, it fits, but
so we're gonna flip it around. We're gonna have equal desk,
yes,
and
Is
then
this the Tuscola desk?
I believe so.
Table?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
that's just
okay.
that's just a cheesy, easy temporary table.
I got you. Okay. I
And
see
so-
the weights. That's
So
cool.
so then I'm gonna make a bar over here, and we've got bar stools already, which were the original bar stools from the old Silver Tavern, the old STD. And I think we'll make a bar over here for guests to make them more comfortable. And we'll have guests where I'm at, and we'll be over there where you are, Cookie. I think that's going to be the next trial.
So if we go with like a 6-foot table here, it'll leave enough of a walkway that they can get through,
Mhm.
but it's plenty big enough for 2 to 3 people because we could put somebody on the end if we go 6 foot.
Right.
They could sit on the end over here, or we can go like 5.5 feet and leave them 2.5 feet. You know, that way we've got plenty of room to put, have a couple people on, and I think it'll be pretty good
Yeah.
because it is a little cramped back here with all the stuff that we have and what we need. We could use another foot would be enough
Yeah.
until we get into full demo mode.
If she's asking for a foot, yeesh.
Yeah. Well, another foot.
Yeef.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's punk rock.
37 dips in a row.
Right?
Yeah, I like the place. It's cool.
It's not bad.
Yeah. It's doing the job. And like we say,
yeah.
we can afford the rent in Deckerville.
and
Sure.
I guess I'm the asshole in this story because, like I said, all this space just sat here unused for all these years because I've really had nothing to do or need it for. So now it's a studio.
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I like it.
Of course, that has to be put up. You got the golf outing with the right names.
Yeah, we just got it today.
Oh,
We've also got a TV to put up somewhere that we want.
Yeah, we got to put a monitor up somewhere. We need a couple of them.
oh,
So that way we can tune into things like sports and Rick and Morty.
And it would also be nice, like if we're bringing a person in. Right now, I'm really the only person that can see the person that we bring in remotely to be on the podcast. So, if we had a monitor, I could put it up there and bring them up on that. So that would be kind of nice.
sure.
So it's all good. We'll figure out a spot for all that stuff.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
I look over there and I see a entrance to the attic.
That's the Grant Smith studio. Yeah. We're over there.
I just wondered if Anne Frank was up there.
Could very well. I hear all kinds of weird noises coming, emulating from up there. So it's either a raccoon or Anne Frank,
Or Glenn.
or it could be Glenn McNary. So
He's more of a basement
He
dweller,
might
but-
have moved upstairs.
Yeah, he could go topside.
You never know. It could be Glenn McNary.
Yeah,
I thought it was Anne Frank, a raccoon, or Glenn McNary.
Glenn, he moves in mysterious ways. I'll
He
tell you.
really does. He
It
really
could be
does.
all three of them. You know,
Ooh,
some kind of weird
they
menage a
might be
trois.
friends. I'm telling you.
Some weird tryst between a raccoon, Glenn McNary, and Anne Frank.
Oh, that
Yeah.
that works better.
I told you that. Yeah.
That's real nice.
I
I
like
like
it.
the gong.
Yeah.
I have a more manly gong, but Eddie stole my manhood.
Yeah, I was going to say so when someone's saying something stupid, just whack it, like the Gong Show. Remember that years ago?
Oh yeah.
I was quite young at that time.
Now they've got, you know, America's Got Talent or whatever, and they hit buzzers because they're pussies.
Oh yeah.
You know, they sit there and me.
Yeah.
I hit a buzzer. I liked it when people got up and you had some dude getting up to hit the gong on some kid that was terrible, and then there's some chick on the show that's like wrestling him for it. It's like, yeah, knock her ass out and hit the gong. Those were the good old days.
And Richard Dawson for Family Feud.
Double Dawson.
Survey says.
It has been pointed out in the comments that if we did knock this wall out, it would leave a tremendous amount of room for activities.
It's so much room for activities. Did we just become best friends?
Extra cameras.
Should we stack
We
Should we
making
stack
movies
the-
now?
the desks?
We should stack the desk here. Tune in next time to see my desk stacked on top, or Adam's desk stacked on top of mine.
Meanwhile. Oh boy.
Why would you ever let us do this?
That's a terrible idea.
Well, you never know.
Well, we get the Makita out, we make it happen.
No power tools, Dale.
Okay.
That's a toothbrush. Oh, God damn it. So I watched Napoleon Dynamite last night. It still cracks me up, but what a movie that just ambles on and has no clear structure to it. Like, it tells a story, but obviously it's like an underdog story, but it doesn't really, like, there's no, like, it doesn't adhere to the normal structure as far as build up and everything.
I tried watching it and I couldn't get into it.
Your mom goes to college.
I could do that.
Although
in 10 seconds. I just remember the drop from Drew and Mike. They had it on there.
Although I laugh every time when Uncle Rico throws the steak and hits Napoleon in the face. Like, or when the kids are pulling up and the neighbor shoots the cow.
I do have to admit that I didn't really find that film. Like I watched it once and I wasn't like, oh, this is so stupid. But I've never, some people watch it over and over and over, and I've never been drawn to watch it again. And I don't really find. Yeah, there's some.
I've probably only
sound clips.
I've probably only seen it maybe 4 times, but I did laugh a lot last night when I watched it. But other than that, like, it's crazy. It was the right place at the right time when it released.
Yeah,
Because really, there's no point. Cinematically, it's not a masterpiece. Dialogue wise, I mean, it's got a lot of great one-liners in it, but they're so stupid that I guess it just works. And all in all, I mean, basically, pretty much everybody associated with it is millionaires, and we aren't. So,
That's true.
yeah, huh?
I thought he was Benchwarmers.
Right?
See, I didn't care for like Dumb and Dumber or
Really? Now, Dumb and Dumber, I appreciate. Dumb and Dumber is a great movie.
I guess
I-
I wasn't really a big fan of Chris Farley.
He wasn't in Dumb and Dumber.
I thought he was.
No, are you trying to live that show right now?
No, I guess I am.
It was Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. No, Jesus
It
Christ.
was Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey and
You motherfuckers are fucking killing me over here.
What'd you just
Jeff
do?
Daniels,
Jim Carrey
Oh,
and Jeff Daniels.
Daniels.
Yeah.
Okay.
you assholes.
Jeez, oh Pete.
What was the one Chris Farley was in?
Oh, it was in a
Time to pay the fiddler, whore.
Time to pay the fiddler whore.
That was one he was in.
I don't remember. That was not Dumb and Dumber. Dumb and Dumber is one of the greatest movies of all time.
It wasn't. That wasn't a Tommy Boy line. That
No.
was.
That was it. Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
it
you
is.
love Tommy Boy. Wasn't that though? That was actually Time to Pay the Fiddler whore. That was an Adam Sandler movie, wasn't it? That he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Farley said it too.
Yeah.
Well,
Or
no,
maybe not.
he was in the Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
said it, it's his
okay.
fault, but-
Okay, I got you. See, I don't care for the movies. I seen them, but I didn't pay attention.
Clearly.
Funniest ones I know is like the Ace Venturas. Them are cool. Porky's is awesome.
So you're just. So this is the next thing I want to talk about.
Vacation.
Right. Like things that have not aged well. And you just mentioned 3 movies that have not aged well with how they
Yeah,
do in life.
I'm all
I mean,
old
Clark
school. I
Clark
don't-
W. Griswold would be branded as a domestic terrorist for everything he did in the original Vacation movie.
Nice.
Think about it. Think about everything that happened.
Yeah,
And of course, Porky's.
that was just
Even Revenge of the Nerds, man.
okay. That's awesome too.
It's an
That
awesome
one
movie,
was
but
good.
that scene where he pretends to be the dude's boyfriend and like takes advantage of her with a mask
Yeah.
on, like that shit would never fly now.
No. So it was not an Adam Sandler movie. It was Dirty Work with Norm
Yeah,
Macdonald
Dirt.
that Chris Farley says that. line.
Okay, I just remember the drop that Drew and Mike had.
Norm Macdonald. We miss him.
I'm talking.
Oh, that wasn't the right one, but it is from that movie. It is from that movie. Absolute classic.
Time to Pay the Fiddler, whore.
Yeah,
What a concept in that movie. Like just doing shitty things for money. That's awesome. It's what we do on the podcast just for free.
we have
That's
other.
right.
We have others do our bidding. Allegedly.
We also ruin bars.
well, at least you guys didn't ruin the Windjammer.
No, they did. They did that on their own.
The
Yeah.
Windjammer ruined them for themselves.
So
Richard,
I've heard a couple of different things out of that place, and none of which are impressive.
nope,
Yeah.
nope, not at all.
Everything from sexual harassment to booting people out when they are not bringing in out of town money.
Yes, it's all. They don't want the locals. He wants all the boat people. And
But they're-
idiots, pilgrims.
But the locals have enough money, I feel like.
The ones that got kicked out have. I'm thinking of fair enough to cover their bill.
Right. So none of it makes any sense.
No, not at all.
The one that I know that got kicked out has plenty to cover his bill,
Yeah, exactly.
and was really, really pissed about it. Like
Mhm.
he went on a massive tirade on Facebook about it.
Nice.
So, it not good for them.
No,
Not good.
for them.
and I see Steeses now has the riff raff drink.
Right. Brought to you by locally the Riff Raff.
We could be the riff raff podcast.
We could be the Riff Raff of Deckerville, I suppose. I gotta pee. Entertain the kids.
Yeah, I was
We'll try.
trying to
We'll try.
do that myself.
Go ahead. It's a garage floor coating on. on the floor. You're good. You're good. So, what about Super Troopers? We had somebody bring up Super Troopers.
Yeah, I never watched that one either.
I mean, it's pretty solid. It's got some of the best one-liners of any movie ever.
I seen the one with Chris Farley and somebody. I thought it was Jim Carrey, but apparently it ain't.
I don't know if he was ever in a movie with Jim Carrey, but
It could have been Dumb and Dumber with Jeff Daniels, though. I might have that fucked up.
and then I mean, he was.
Me and Myself and Irene, I did see that.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Farley was in that.
No, that was Jim and his sons.
Yeah, which probably weren't his sons.
I can't say they may, perhaps, but
Hard to say. But yeah, I thought Super Troopers was pretty good. It, like I say, it's got some great one-liners. I'm going to see if I can grab one here.
I liked a lot of John Kerry's or what the hell, John Candy.
I mean, we do have
Pretty cool too.
a drop from Super Troopers that we use all the time.
Ooh.
Not so funny meow.
This is a classic.
Larry Johnson.
Oh,
Great movie.
Meow.
yeah.
Great movie. Who can complain about that one? Now the second one, kind of,
I didn't see the second one.
yeah. It might ruin the first one for you if you do. It wasn't that good. They shouldn't have redone it.
Sequels always suck, it seems like.
Well, those guys have tried to capture that same essence with like some TV shows that they've done, and it's just not. You can tell they're trying too hard to recreate that same magic that they had with that film. With like, all right, well, let's do something, but let's do it totally different with firemen.
Slam and Salmon was pretty good though. Did you watch that one?
I don't think so. No.
You should watch
Yeah.
Slam and Salmon. I feel like it was underrated. It's the same Broken Lizard group. Club Dread kind of fell flat on its face, I felt like. What other ones did they do? I don't mind Tacoma FD. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I mean it's not bad, but it's not like I mean I find it watchable. I don't set my DVR or anything, but I don't mind it, and it's pretty solid. But
Oh, they had Beer Fest. Not Beer Fest. Was it Beer Fest? Yeah, Beer Fest.
yeah, now that was pretty good.
Beer Fest was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I could take Beer Fest.
What did you guys think about Clerks or Jay and Silent Bob?
I fucking love Clerks. Clerks is probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, Clerks.
I'm not
is
gonna
good.
lie. The whole Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, and Dogma are like 4 of my favorite movies of all time, and they're all Kevin Smith joints. Yeah,
I'll be damned.
I even like Clerks too. I'm not gonna lie. So
Yeah, it wasn't horrible.
I like the callbacks. Clerks, the original though, a fucking masterpiece. I've loved that movie since I saw it. I would watch that in high school and over and over again, and still watch it over and over again.
We do have a
Not even supposed to be here today.
Somebody mentioned this classic.
Oh,
Drugs, Danny?
Caddyshack. Yeah.
Every day.
Oh yeah.
That is one of the greatest movies of all
So
time.
Caddyshack's really the movie that kind of launched National Lampoon.
Yeah.
Which is what
Yeah.
they originally did. And then Animal House, of course, was there too.
Yeah.
All that, man. I mean, Caddyshack is brilliant. Caddyshack is fucking brilliant.
Back to School is also hilarious
Oh, Back to School.
with Rodney.
Yeah. Phil doesn't have an opinion on that one.
How about the?
I enjoy Back to School.
that,
The writing's a little roughshod for me. It's slightly formulaic and predictable, but still a good movie. It's still a damn good movie.
Well, you got to know how to dive.
the what do you call it? The triple.
Yeah. What's that one with Rob Schneider when he's an animal, and
Oh, The Animal.
that's pretty good too. You know.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Deuce Bigelow was a good one.
The
Yeah,
original,
Deuce Bigalow,
the original
too.
Deuce Bigelow was good.
He's got the chick, and he's gonna hit her up. He's going with her legs, and it comes off.
That's a huge bitch.
Yeah, amputee.
That
Yeah.
when he's walking along with her and everybody's just like, that's a huge bitch. That part just kills me because
Damn, that's a huge bitch. You were gonna play a classic Caddyshack clip.
Who stepped on a duck?
A looper, you know. Big hitter in the lab. Gunga. For the effort. You know. Which is nice. There is not
which
a
is nice.
single throwaway scene in that movie, Caddyshack.
no, and everybody was cast so well. I mean, from
Right?
Judge Smales
Hmm.
to his goofy nephew or whatever.
I heard, Ty, you don't keep score when you golf. Nope, I don't, Judge. Well, how do you measure yourself against other golfers? By height. And
then-
I'm no slouch myself, Ty. Oh, don't sell yourself short, Judge. You're a tremendous slouch.
But it was just like I say, the casting across the whole thing was perfect.
It really was. It really was.
And you look back, so many big stars in it.
And they weren't at the time.
No.
They're all brilliant, man. They were literally in a race to one up each other the whole time.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it so fucking great. And Rodney Dangerfield, not an actor, a comedian, but that was his first acting role.
Yep.
And if you read, Harold Ramis was the director of the film. He talks about how he would say action, and Rodney Dangerfield wouldn't do anything. And he's like, he talked to him finally, and he said, when I say action, you're supposed to start your thing. He's like, oh, that's when I'm supposed to do the bit, huh? Do the bit. And he's like, yeah. So after that, instead of action, Harold Ramis would say, Rodney, do the bit. And that would be the action. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, it that is just one of the greatest movies ever.
The whole line about that hat should come with a bowl of soup, that was improvised too. Yeah.
Oh,
But it looks good on you, Judge.
I've heard that a lot of what he did was improvised.
Yeah.
And if you've ever watched the outtakes, look up the outtakes sometime. And because they'll go through like the same scene like 4 times and he's got something different every time. So,
What do
you
you
know,
say? Do you want to make? I forget the amount of money. Want to make $12 the hard way? Oh boy!
oh,
Cinematic perfection as far as comedies go. Caddyshack, and I feel
Yeah.
that way. I feel Clerks is right up there too. I'm not gonna lie. The original Super Troopers is right up there too.
oh yeah.
Like those are comedic movies that are the essence of comedies. When did comedies really hit though? I feel like movies before Caddyshack, there were no true like comedy movies. Every movie had to tell a story, but it was more dramatic. I feel like Caddyshack really launched comedies.
Well, I mean, you had like Three Stooges that did movies, and I don't know that they were really movies.
But their movies were shorter. They were not like
yeah. And I'm sure there were comedies prior to that, but I don't know that there were comedies that were like a feature, what you would consider a feature length film. I mean, when you go into a theater, even when I was really young, they would always play the cartoons and stuff. And sometimes there'd be a live action thing that they would play that was short, that was funny,
right.
you know, but it was just that it was just a short bit. You
Well,
know,
like
5
most
minutes.
of the stuff what the Three Stooges do is they're pretty much shorts. I mean, a lot of the Three Stooges bits,
Yeah.
they're anywhere between 5 to 15 minutes long.
Mhm.
And I love the Three Stooges. I used to laugh so much at the Three Stooges when I was a kid and just watch them over and over and over again.
Little Rascals.
Yeah. Just so dumb, but so awesome. Don't worry about that.
The little one.
That little guy, don't worry about that little guy. Yeah, I get it later. So
Yeah. He won't hurt nothing.
yeah, you ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah,
So
I'm cleaning it up.
Abbott and Costello, I do appreciate them too.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Laurel and Harding never really made me laugh terribly.
No, but that was, you know, that was really, really old timey,
Yeah, real young.
Right?
Real young.
you know.
So when I feel like stand-up comedy really wasn't launched until about the 80s. There was stand-up comedy before that, but I don't think it really went mainstream until probably I think Eddie Murphy really launched stand-up comedy into mainstream.
No, Richard Pryor before that.
Richard Pryor wasn't bad.
I forgot about Richard Pryor, and you're
George
right.
Carlin.
Yeah, but George Carlin was a comedic comedy comedian. He's like, he didn't really do any. He didn't try going big. He worked hard and he was funny as shit and brilliant. George Carlin, one of the greatest comedians to ever exist. But I feel like he wasn't in it to be popular, to be famous. He was in it because it's what he thoroughly enjoyed, and he was just a funny motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably truth to that, but he was still. I mean, you look. I mean, he played Madison Square Garden. He put, you know, he
Yeah.
packed huge arenas.
Yeah.
For his shows.
And
So,
to be fair, though, that's actually George Carlin is probably the one that launched stand-up because his albums back in the 70s on Word, like records, sold, I mean, what, 7 words you can't say on the radio sold how many millions of copies? I mean, that was big. That was big for stand-up comedy back in the 70s.
I gotta.
oh yeah,
I really wish I was a good stand-up comedian, but I don't get any chance to practice. So
Those.
we should look to try to do a thing here in the fall, like we talked about. But we got enough things. We are juggling so many chainsaws right now,
we are,
and we don't know how to juggle.
and I just have
Huh?
one hand.
Yeah,
Got to keep the balls in the air or the saws in the air. Now,
Well,
on the
if you don't-
comedy,
If you don't, then you end up with no balls.
what do you think about that's fact? Dr. Doolittle and the Clumps.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, all that's
mean,
fucking
they're-
great stuff.
They're funny to me, but it's kind of the same bit over and over.
It really is.
He kind of did kind of. I get you there.
It becomes a formula. It really does.
You know,
But it's a successful formula that makes money.
oh, it does, and it's funny. I mean, I'm going to laugh at it. I'm not going to watch it more than once, just because if I've watched all those movies, I've watched it like 4 times, and that's my only critique on that stuff is that they just, you know, Eddie's coming out with Beverly Hills Cop 5 or whatever, Axel F, and I saw an interview with him and Judge Reinhold and another guy that's in it, another original guy, and they talk about like the familiarity of doing some of the same bits over. It's like, man, I don't really want to see that, I guess. You know, I
Right.
do for the nostalgia of it. They'll sell a lot of tickets on the nostalgia. I don't know that it's necessarily something that I want to go see and in the theater, that kind of stuff. I'm not going to rush out to see it. Now, I know Bull like this one. This one was brought up. Police Academy.
Oh, very funny.
The quintessential mid 80s comedy.
How
I want
did
to talk
we
about
forget that?
something that has not aged well as far as their attitudes, but still fucking hilarious.
That is
Police Academy
definitely
with the whole Blue Oyster,
Oh. Where's
and
the
all the
party
gay
at tonight?
yeah,
Blue Oyster Cove.
yeah, yeah. Like this, the whole thing with it, like the attitudes, the everything. Like,
Now, how about the dude that is posing as a chick, and he's got the cap on and the gown,
oh,
and he comes slipping through, and the female warden or whatever catches him and takes him into the
the
bedroom and
the
just
Hispanic dude,
fucks
and
him
he's,
to
he's like,
the death.
right?
And then
Because he's sneaking over to the ladies' dorm.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
at the
fucking
police
all
academy,
them.
and he's coming through, and
Yeah.
he's wearing a shower cap and
Yes,
a robe,
exactly.
and he
Yeah.
acts like, and she pulls him in. She pulls her bun out, and she
Yeah.
waves her hair around.
And then he's telling Mahoney,
Yeah,
"You don't understand. You ever had a girl do this to you before?"
sounds like you were.
Of course, when that was out, we had a little $2 hard-ons back then. Like, oh man, I wish that was.
That was Callahan. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, back
Well,
then,
Police Academy's cats.
dude,
ass.
Yeah.
Bobcat's in that. We love Bobcat, and of course Michael Winslow with all his sound effects. And
Oh yeah,
God damn it,
Jonesy.
But Bubba Smith was so awesome in that fucking
Yeah,
shit
he was.
too. And then of course, don't forget about Gutenberg. We love you forever. Gutenberg
Yeah.
still would love to have you on the show sometime.
so
Yeah.
remind me about this conversation. I'll clue you in on something off air.
And then David Graff, who played Tackleberry, who unfortunately passed away.
Oh,
Tackleberry was
really?
one of my favorite characters on that. Yeah,
He was also with the chick that got.
Callahan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember they were pulling all their guns out. And
Oh
shit?
yeah.
And they were getting busy and they were
Yeah.
throwing guns and shit all over. Oh man. Oh,
and then,
man.
And then I think, isn't it like they're nearly naked and all of a sudden like a big old shotgun drops on the floor? Like, where was he keeping that? Right?
Yeah. It was just. Yeah, man. Just. Hey, and then how about
So was it Police Academy when Commandant Lassard was giving the speech?
Yep.
And he gets a blowjob.
He gets a
and then he
blowjob.
looks in Mahoney's under
yeah,
there.
Mahoney's in
Yeah.
there too, and he that out and shit.
Well, he's just like,
He's giving his speech. He's like, ooh.
Yeah, yeah, Rant, yeah. Oh. I know what you're going through, dude.
What a great movie.
oh, those are
Big time.
fantastic. And they took them way too far, but I don't think there's ever been one that I wouldn't watch for at least a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I'd
They
watch
got
the
up to like 6 or
original, yeah.
7, but the original, the first like 3 were really good. The ones that had Gutenberg in them and Michael Winslow,
Yeah.
they were all pretty solid.
Yeah.
So, and of course, Bobcat, that he's just phenomenal. He's a very good stand-up comedian too. So definitely would be worth catching him. He's in Lapeer quite a bit.
Oh,
He ends up in Lapeer. Yeah,
Who does?
Bobcat.
Yeah, we need to
no
we need to
shit.
work on that.
Lapeer ain't that far.
No, not at all. Not at all. And we could set up a time where we go over there for that, and we swing over there, head over to my brother's, and hang out at the lake for a little bit, and then
Oh,
head right over to the
And chat with Bobcat.
then go over and chat with Bobcat,
sure.
which might actually be able to happen.
Well,
Don't tease me.
I'm not going to tease. I've actually been working on something.
We actually, we've had some big things happen here on the podcast, and hopefully more big things will continue to happen.
Yeah, we got a swamp cooler.
it's
We
looking
don't have
up.
to use it today, but
No, I'm not terribly warm, but it's still probably what 73 or 74 in here. I feel
it's
like
74. I mean,
it's not bad.
but
I'm totally
the biggest difference
totally
is
fine.
it's not humid in here at all.
No.
Like, the humidity
No, yeah.
is perfect. So
the air is conditioned.
yeah, it does not feel thick or horrible.
The air hath been conditioned.
That's
Yes.
what they do. They pull it in, it sucks it in,
Yeah.
it conditions the air, and it pushes it back out to you.
Nice.
Hence, they call them air conditioners.
Right, and they do have cool when it comes out, but they actually condition your air, and you can tell too. As soon as
Hell
You don't need
Yeah.
listeners like that.
well, I can tell because I got the asthma, and when I start breathing, fuck yeah, I can tell.
That's not flipping you off. That's the camera Cookie, not you.
Oh, okay.
Cookie's
That's
right in the
what you
line of
guys
fire.
get.
Call
in.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, we haven't asked that. I will say this. We're trying not to bring in any advertisers. Because we tried and it's hard. That takes time and dedication. We don't have that.
and expectations.
But it is absolutely free for all you fuckers out there listening, watching, hearing this. Share us on socials because we're actually starting to get some traction there.
And that's all we need. If we
And-
can do this and we can build from this, we can continue to bring you this shitty content for free. And we don't need to sponsors or someone to tell us what to do.
And maybe we can even expand it.
I've already gained a lot of weight since we started this podcast.
That's why I wear stretchy pants.
That's right.
Your waistband choices are your own.
I'm wearing jeans today because I got tired of comments about my legs.
Well,
I've actually lost weight since the podcast.
I have not.
I have found it.
I've done easy.
If you
50.
lost it, I done found it.
Yeah, I've lost easy 50.
Anarchy. I don't know what it means, but I sure like the way it sounds.
Hell of a lot easier to get along.
So what are we doing here? We
Well,
I'm ready to
We're at almost-
take a leak.
we're almost an hour, so we probably should get out of this episode because our new policy is an
Right.
hour or less,
trying to stay under an hour.
And
I
it's
love
always
it when
free.
you guys go over.
and it's
because
always free.
I'm like, oh, I get a bonus today.
I have a feeling we're going to go over at some point tonight for episodes, but yeah. But for now, for this
Oh,
one,
Yeah, I'm welling up.
all right, I see that. All
in
right,
the
Adam,
bladder.
Oh, I gotta pull this up here. Hang on.
you got to pull. Hold on a minute while I whip this out. Whoa! Blazing Saddles. We didn't even mention that for comedies.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, that is such a good one. Not again. Today would never be
No.
allowed.
But that movie would have been canceled, and no one would ever be able to see it again, except for the historic film. What do you want to call it?
Yeah.
The thing registered it as a monumentous historic film, so it
Yes.
cannot be canceled.
Yeah.
It's preserved forever, my friends.
I believe because they use the line, where the white bitches at?
What are white women at?
Oh,
All right, let's get out of this one.
All right.
For everybody watching, we'll probably come back live again.
We'll
'cause
do live again. We'll do one more live tonight.
why not?
I ain't got shit to talk about, but fine.
I got some notes.
He's Adam Filkins. I'm Phil Nickel. Cookie, thank you for making your studio debut. It's been a pleasure to have you here, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
From everybody else here in the Palm Street studio. Yeah, we got Silent S over there and Silent M
Yes, they are.
hanging out on the studio love seat.
with the earbuds in.
Yeah, right.
The casting couch.
Mm. Mm.
Oh,
Anyway,
You don't need listeners like that.
right.
I screwed that up.
I agree. All right. So if I can say one thing to get you through your day, it probably won't, but make good choices.